And welcome everyone, this is Jeff for Valor, and today we're going to be doing the final part of the Ristar playthrough with Castle Greedy. Now this level, like I said in the last part, is not really that long at all. All it is just this little platforming section, testing your skills and abilities again real quick, and then a little boss or two. And that's about it. Now throughout this little, little platforming section, you're going to have this little eye guide follow you around. This isn't actually going to be your best friend, as I originally thought, but is actually going to be somewhat related to the boss we're about to fight in a few seconds. But overall, this section isn't really that hard. It's not like, final level kind of hard. But it's a nice little, I guess, somewhat difficult challenge as you ascend the stairway, or pathway, to get to the boss areas. Now, as we're about to see right now, our little eye friend over here is actually part of the, remember the little blue guy that was controlling the cane in the last boss fight? This is like another creation of his. Now, the best way to actually defeat this guy is basically just keep hammering away at him. Just keep smacking him over and over, and watch out for all the boomerangs and stuff he's throwing at you. But overall, this boss isn't really that hard. Again, just watch out for the boomerangs. Make sure you time your headbutts correctly so you can avoid the laser blasts. Watch out for machine guns here and there. And after a few hits, when he starts to sparkle or whatever, he's practically defeated. And there we go. Mission accomplished. So, let's ascend to the actual final boss of the game. So here we are, the final confrontation with Kaiser Greedy. I love how in the beginning, when you first get in here, he doesn't even feel like he should even give you the time of day. He just sends his little floating orb turrets at you. After you defeat like 5 of those, he starts, considering you to be somewhat of a challenge, or worth his time. So he starts zooming around everywhere, dropping orblets here and there. Now watch out, because when he's zooming by, that can actually damage you. The best way to hit him is just wait for him to zoom by, and then right before he disappears, headbutt him. When he does get the chance to do his other attack, which is, having a circle of orblets around him, just keep going back and forth, and and then just regularly avoid the orbits. And after a few hits, he starts, getting slightly pissed, and as a result of such, he starts creating black holes. Now the only way to actually avoid this is to hang on for dear life to these little orblets that are being dropped. Another thing that's quite difficult to avoid is the little down laser he does. You gotta be really careful of that, and I believe you can actually only go left to avoid that. Whenever I try going right, it always hits me. So, that's just me at least. Give this guy a hug for dear life. Now, to my knowledge, you can't actually hit him when you're, when he's doing his little down laser thing. So just smack him whenever he's done with that. Give him, when he's paused for, I guess, a breath or whatever. But overall, this boss fight is quite challenging. If not for just the black holes, the fact that he's dropping enemies here and there. That down laser thing he does, which is quite difficult to avoid, as I said before. But if you keep dodging, if you're really good at dodging, or memorize his attack patterns, you should be able to get through this boss with no problem. And there we go, the final strike, and Kaiser Greedy is down for the count. I do love though that after we deal the final blow to Greedy, his castle starts, as usual, typical fashion, starts to crumble and end up self-destructing. And all of his little lackeys, uranium, blue-headed guy, starts trying to grab him away. So, as this place is gonna self-destruct, let's swing right the hell out of here. Or get sucked into a black hole, which is probably more appropriate. And there we go. Ristar for the Genesis is now complete. Now, for overall, I guess my overall thoughts of the game, since I like doing that. Overall, the game's pretty fun. It's a nice and enjoyable platforming romp, using, I guess, somewhat unique controls that would have been Sonic the Hedgehog. I guess all the grabbing, the way they implemented everywhere into like pull swing on like enemies, using it as a form of attack, headbutting people. Different environments such as like the music plant, or in terms of level design, the music plant, the fiery pits, the underwater sections, the ice level. All of them were pretty unique in their own different ways and had like very appropriate music for each one. Boss fights though, at least, I guess well, for a good majority of the boss fights, I don't know why, actually no, all the boss fights in my eyes are actually pretty fun and unique in their own special way. My favorite though, out of all of them, is the mole. I don't know why, I just like, if anything, the design of the mole, or just the fact that halfway through, you start like doing a free fall, attacking the mole. I don't know, my eyes, that's the funnest boss. My favorite level though, if I had to say anything, since I guess I'm on this thing, would probably be, I guess, either a split between the music one or the first ice level. Though that's probably like one of my favorites, even though those fishes were kind of annoying. But personal opinion aside, this game's a pretty fun game. Nice music, nice level design, a pretty decent difficulty curve in my eyes. So if you're a fan of I guess classic 2D platforming games, I would suggest you, I guess, pick up this game. It's a pretty fun game. So I guess it's a good time for me to say my goodbyes. Oh, also, before I say my goodbyes, at the end of the credits is going to be showing a special little scene that shows a bunch of cheats you can get. The cheats in this game can be unlocked by collecting different treasures in the bonus areas, which I can't remember if I said that before, but you're learning it now. So yeah, so you can get cheats like infinite health, infinite lives, and a somewhat harder mode, where I believe you can only take one hit, but it's like really, really difficult. So that's about it, really. So pretty fun game. I would recommend it to many platforming fans. It'd be either 2D or 3D or whatever. So yeah, time to say my goodbyes, I guess. This has been Yaffer Baller. Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure through the Valley system in Ristar. And I hope to see you guys next time on some kind of playthrough in the future. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.